Hello, Internet. It's a 2022 Ford Bronco. And one of my peeves with this truck since I bought it, which I got it in 2022, October 2022, is the lack of a analog-esque tachometer. Now, it has a tach. What really drives me crazy is it has a digital tach, but they decided to go with a bar graph, for lack of a better term. If you don't have a Bronco, that thing on the right-hand side is your tachometer, which, if you have an automatic, I'm sure it's fine. You really don't even need a tach in an automatic. You don't need a tach with a stick, but I prefer a stick with the tachometer. So there's my solution. AutoMeter has a plug and play for the Bronco, so you don't have to cut any wires to get the tach signal in. You just plug it into the wire harness. You have to run a line on the inside here. I just had to run power and ground, and then accessory power and ground, and then power and ground for the backlight. The gauge pod is by AeroForce, and as you can see, they actually match the texture, the pattern on the side of the handle, which is pretty neat. So mine is that. It would be nice if it didn't have that at all. It looks almost factory. And there you have it. And as I mentioned, the install is plug and play. I clipped power from, there's a fuse, if you're not unaware, there's a fuse box behind this panel, so you have to pull this panel down. And I grabbed a fuse that gets power, auxiliary power, so not 12 volts constantly, but when you start the truck, you get power. I'm not sure the fuse number. I think it was number 2, but again, don't quote me on that. So the line comes out here. There's a grommet. It's tough to see. You're probably not going to be able to see it. There's a grommet right back down there. Ran it across the top of the firewall. This is where the magic happens. This is a T right here. Right here. So that plug and that plug goes in between the factory plug and the socket there. This feeds off of it. I mean, the extra wire, which I looped around. So this extra wire comes out. You have to ground it. I picked this ground here, and there's a box that spits out your, I guess does all the heavy lifting and spits out the tach signal. So I mounted it here, and I caught it. I have double-sided tape underneath it. And then I caught one of the fins here with the antifreeze expansion tank bolt. So that's not going to go anywhere. Catch is make sure you clear the hinge. I actually had the wire running up here, and when I went to shut the hood, I saw that the wire was going to interfere with your hood hinge. So I zip tied it over here to keep it out of the way, ran it over here. That's it. I mean, not a headache, but one of the headaches is just getting through that firewall grommet. I got an old metal hanger, cut it sharp, and ran it through the rubber. That's it. Hope this helps. See you later.